Along Europe's eastern flank, the latest deployment of American soldiers. The order and ceremony in such contrast to an upending of world order which feels at least so real. These soldiers are among a number growing fast here in Latvia to defend the NATO alliance. In Brussels, a tap on the back for the alliance's Secretary-General from Hungary's Prime Minister Viktor Orban, once seen as close to Putin, but now in lockstep with his fellow European leaders, united in disgust.
We are facing a new normal in European security, where Russia openly contests the European security order.
But on the question of more NATO defensive weaponry for Ukraine, missiles to shoot down Russian planes, listen to his careful language.
We all realize that, of course, in this very evolving and difficult situation, it's hard to predict what will be what are the possibilities in the future. But allies are providing support and are very committed to continue to provide support.
Allies individually providing support, not NATO itself. A hopeful nuance, an attempt not to provoke a Putin they cannot read. The American president, meanwhile, was trying to focus on the business of domestic politics, filling a Supreme Court vacancy.
Hi, everyone.
It was left to his spokesperson to catch up with the EU and the UK in announcing sanctions on Putin himself.
The president is doing nearly everything in his power to lead the world and stand up against the actions of President Putin. What he will not do is send U.S. troops to fight in Ukraine, because he is not going to put the American public, the American people, or the United States in a position of fighting a war with Russia.
And that's the nub of it. That's why NATO forces will not roll into Ukraine to end all this. It is about sanctions, now against Putin himself, freezing his assets, potentially banning him from travelling. Tactics that were once a deterrent now feel so reactionary, and against a man who isn't listening. Up in New York, diplomatic solidarity for Ukraine and a resolution to condemn Russia and call for it to get out of the country. Russia's power of veto ensures it fails, but it is a message from the top diplomatic body of the world, cementing isolation for Russia and its President Vladimir Putin. Mark Stone, Sky News in Washington.